Alright, I want to welcome you to my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you. And thank you for subscribing. And thank you for helping support the channel and watching it grow. Don't have many views, but I'm trying. I'm putting it out there, right? And of course, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. I will be doing some yes or no toward the end of the video. Don't plan to be here too long, maybe about 10 minutes. So thank you for giving me 10 minutes of your time. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. So of course you're here to talk about this pink moon that's arriving April 12th, 2025. So that's in about a couple days, depending on your time zone. So let's begin. So the first thing I want to hop into is what is the pink full moon. So this moon, despite its name, it isn't actually going to appear in that beautiful color that you see right here on this screen. So it's not really going to appear in that color of pink, in that hue, although that would be beautiful, right? And you know, Mother Nature, you never know, it might appear pink. So the name, it actually comes from blooming of the wild ground phlox flowers, and that's phlox, PHLOX flowers, and it's like a soft pink bloom, so that's why they kind of symbolize it to the pink moon, even though it's not going to actually appear pink. And it also happens like early spring, and it symbolizes like growth, having that like emotional rebirth, and then just overall like a renewal. So with this pink full moon, it's all about emergence. So just kind of like being reborn. So you're gonna start seeing that you're coming out of that sense of having like that fogginess, not being too clear on like your decisions, even things as simple as where you want to eat, what time you're gonna go to bed, what you're gonna wear for the day. Like just things kind of just seem like out of sorts. So around this moon and a little bit after it, you'll start to kind of see that you're gonna start experiencing more clarity. And it also, during this time, you'll kind of feel lighter because you're going to start shedding like those different emotions and things that you had that you were carrying around with you during winter. So, and just like the pink, like the wild ground phlox, you're going to bloom. So you're going to start to bloom into the next version of yourself. You know how you spend wintertime thinking about how you want to do this, you want to do that. Maybe you wanted to change your hair color. Maybe you wanted to start wearing more like brighter colors or just like earth tone colors. I know that's something that I've been into a lot lately, and I've really been kind of into the color white. So, and it could be because we're entering like this renewal, this growth, this emotional rebirth. I've been doing a lot of grounding. I don't know if you all have. I'm kind of sensing that because you did click on this video. So, of course, something brought you here, right? So, let's go ahead and look into it. So, the main things that we're looking at when we're talking about like this pink full moon, it's like the renewal, a softness, and just like that awakening. So when we think about like the astrological energy and the zodiacs of this moon, the pink full moon falls under the sign of a Libra. So Libras, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. So it brings about like that balance, those relationships, and just like that peaceful flow of harmony. So that's why it's kind of centered around like the Libra zodiac. And here's how some of the zodiacs might feel with the moon. So, like Aries and Libra, you might have like this huge emotional realization, and especially like in love and with like your self worth. And then for like, just let's say like Cancer and Capricorn, you may start to kind of have like this moment where you're like realigning and you're thinking about like your home life and your career. And for Pisces, and let's just say Virgo, Taurus, you're having like these spiritual upgrades. So you're gonna start to kind of see that you're letting go of like control, and you're starting to like go with the flow. And I know like most of the time those earth signs can be a little stubborn, but around this moon, you'll kind of see that you're going with the flow. And then one thing to remember during this month is it's not just about like your sun sign. So if you are into the zodiacs, check your risings and your moons. That might also open you up to some things that you didn't know about yourself. And when we talk about like the emotional things, so this moon might feel extra emotional. So you may notice like old feelings or things that you used to think about a lot that kind of went away during the winter month. You're gonna kind of start seeing that they're coming back around. And they're only coming back around is to like test your strength. So it's like because somehow it's still like a desire of yours. So it's gonna come back around. Maybe you want to revisit it. Maybe it's something that you do want to pursue, or maybe it's something that you do feel that you can let go of because you've been letting go of it during the winter month, right? So you're definitely gonna see that come. And then I don't know if you all have already been experiencing like dreams that are vivid. So like just dreams that kind of feel like real life. It's like you're not even sleeping and like you're waking up twice. Just those like really, really super vivid dreams. Like a prophetic dream. Just like there's people in the dream that you recognize. You can recall the dream from beginning to end because it's just like your everyday life. You're still going to places that you normally visit on the daily. You're still getting in that car, driving to work. You're still walking to work, taking your bike to work. However you get to work, you're still talking with the same people that you normally talk with on a daily. Your hair is the same. The people you're talking to look the same. And then it's always like that one thing in there that you're kind of like working towards that's kind of appearing in there. That might be the only thing that kind of throws you off with these dreams that you're having that are becoming very vivid around this pink full moon. And also you'll start to notice that you need like you have like this really, really strong sense of not locking yourself away in solitude as you did during the winter time. You're gonna start seeing that you are opening yourself up to new connections, or maybe like people that used to invite you out. Now you're kind of like, hey, where y'all going this weekend? Let me join you. You're seeing yourself purchasing tickets for concerts. You're changing up like your route home so you can find new places to go to. You're joining like a spin class, yoga, hot yoga, or maybe you're going and you're doing different things. A salt room. I don't know why I just heard like a salt room, something different that you want to explore. And maybe even what is the acupuncture? So that might be something that you're kind of starting to see that you're craving a connection with. So you want to go ahead and just make sure it moves through you. Because remember, we were talking about like the old feelings were resurfacing, and then how basically around this moon we're thinking more on renewal, softness, and awakening. So, and then moving forward. So we also I want to talk about like the cleansing and the rituals. So this is a perfect time to cleanse your home space, your workspace, just any space that you're in for like a long periods of time, especially places where you make decisions, like big decisions. And that's typically like your office, work, just even like in the kitchen, that's a big decision because you're deciding what you're gonna nourish your body with, right? It would be nice if we could like cleanse the stores that we go to, because if we do that, maybe we'll make like excellent choices every time. But we're not this video. Maybe tomorrow we can talk about that, but today it's all about the pink moon, so let's stay there. Alright, so when it comes to like cleansing and like different rituals and stuff, you kind of want to focus on like moon waters, like the smoke cleanse, salt bath, and writing and releasing. I don't know if you practice any of those, but I'll go through each one of them. So let's go ahead and start with like smoke cleansing. Now this one is kind of become like very popular. They're starting to put it into like a lot of sitcoms and just daily shows and even in commercials and stuff. Like it's just a known thing now that people burn different herbs for cleansing rituals and just kind of getting that fresh air. So they use like herbs like sage is very popular, but lavender and rosemary and bay leaves are kind of like things that you can kind of make a bundle of and smoke those to just cleanse your space. Some walk it around their house and use like a feather and what's it, an abalone shell. You can set it in there so that the like flames or anything is not like loosely moving around your home while you're fanning with the leaf with the feather or just like your hand and saying like things that you want to renew, cleanse, or bring into your home. And now let's go to moon water. So moon water, I don't know if you've ever done this before, but I've done moon water before and it really has like had an effect. You can feel the water is like super charged up. I don't think it was just in my mind, but it's something if you want to go ahead and try it. I think it's safe, but I'm no medical doctor. Do your own research. This is just me speaking from experience. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not recommending. I'm just telling you my experience and what some others do during the full moon. So you charge like a jar of water under the full moon. And this helps with like emotional clarity. So you put the water in a jar, prefer like a glass jar, and not so much like the metal lid. So you can go without putting the lid on, maybe like a cheesecloth or something if you want to cover it up so nothing falls in. And you leave it in the window like overnight, and you want to make sure when you get up in the morning that you drink the water before the sunlight hits it to actually get the effects of the moon water, because of course it's called moon water, not sun water. So drink it before the sun comes up. And then with the salt bath, so with a salt bath, of course, this is like your sea salts, your like Dr. Teal's, like the salts with eucalyptus, lavender. You can find all different ones that they have now that you can use, and it doesn't have to be that brand. I just threw that one out there because I'm used to seeing that, and it's always readily available. But any kind of salt bath with a few like essential oils in it. Some of them come kind of mixed in it, and you can just purchase it, and it's already done for you. But this helps like cleanse your aura, so it kind of helps cleanse. You might hear people say like, "You look good, you look happy, you look," and that's because you're like cleansing and clearing your aura. On like if you do it like every other day, or I mean, it depends on what your body can withstand, but that's definitely a good idea to do. But of course, consult with your doctor, do your own test. I don't want to, I'm not giving out medical advice. And then let's finally make it to this write and release. So with the write and release, this sometimes people will write it and they'll burn it, or you can just write it and then like merge it into water or into some salt and discard it. It's different ways you can do this, so you can definitely go to Google. It's so many different ways you can do write and release on Google. Okay, what else we're gonna get into? So we talked about the moon water, the smoke cleanse, write and release, the salt bath. Okay, so I always get this one where they're like, what affirmations can you use around the full moon? So if you want to like grab a pen, a piece of paper, to write this down, or you can say it with me now. But first, of course, you want to make sure you're seated in a very comfortable position. It's not a really long one, so just like where you are right now, just kind of relax. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat after me. Let me pause this here for a moment. All right, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat after me. I honor the cycles of release and rebirth. I am safe to feel all that I feel. I trust that what is leaving is making space for something better. I welcome balance into my life. I am in bloom, even if I can't see it yet. And that's it, just like that. Do you all feel that? Did you feel anything from that? Once you use it like around the full moon, you'll kind of feel like your energy aligning and all right. All right. Sorry if that hurt your ears. I had to switch my mics. I'm not sure where that one left off. I didn't notice that my mic died. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the. Hold on. Before I move forward, because I can't like cut this part out when I post it, but I'm gonna go back. I want to see where it shut off at, okay? Give me one moment. Let's see. Oh, wow. That looks like it cut off a long time ago. Okay. Hello, thank you for joining. Having some tech issues. Just changed the mic out. Trying to see where it left off. So it sounds like I left off at the moon water. So I'm gonna just pick up from there. So we spoke about the moon water and how you can charge it under the full moon. And I went on to talk about the salt bath, how you can cleanse with the salt bath around the pink full moon. And of course, you can use like different essential oils to add just like a few drops to it, just to kind of give you that extra cleanse. And of course, if you research like the different oils, there's oils that aligns to like the things that you want to release or gain. And we were talking about the smoke cleanse. You can cleanse with sage, lavender, rosemary. The write and release, that's a way of when you write down things that you want to release. And there's different ways of discarding it. Some burn it, but there's other ways. If you go ahead and just look on the internet, you can find like different ways to release other than actually burning the papers. Okay, and then we went into our affirmations. So affirmations that you can use during the pink full moon are: I honor the cycle of release and rebirth. I am safe to feel all that I feel. I trust that what is leaving is making space for something better. I welcome balance into my life. I am in bloom even if I can't see it yet. When you say that around like the full moon, you'll kind of feel like the moon's frequency. And you can, of course, look up other ones that you want to add to it, or just simply choose one and just repeat it. And in closing, so as the pink full moon rises, remember, you are not alone in your transformation. The moon reminds us that it's okay to go with the flow, to release, and to renew. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to bloom. Stay soft, stay magical, and I'll see you in the next moon cycle. That's our wrap up for the pink full moon. But I am going to go ahead and do the yes or no tarot. So if you have any yes or no questions you want answered in tarot, go ahead and feel free to drop them in the comments now. I'll just do a random yes or no. If you don't want to put it in there, I'll just do a collective one. Then I'm going to go ahead and sign off cards. So if you want to go ahead, start thinking about your question that you have. That can simply be answered with a yes or no. Yes or no answer for the collective to the question that they have in their mind. Yes or no. The collective for the question that they have on their mind. Your answer to the question that you have on your mind is a yes. I want to thank you for being here. Please like the video. And if you didn't hear the whole video, please feel free to rewind, go back. And if you like being here, please subscribe and help me grow my channel. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I'll pick them up and answer them on the next live. If it's a yes or no question, I'll do one randomly for you. I want to thank you for being here. Take care.